don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm not here to try and convince you of some crazy Switch Pro rumor or build your hype for something that may not happen. I'm just doing my due diligence to follow up on news reports that we covered last week now that we have significant proof. And there are two stories, two threads that I need to show you to take to basically their completion and hear what y'all think about it. So what's going on, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. E3 is in full swing, and that amazing, hopefully hot air balloon Nintendo Direct is going to rise to the skies with all sorts of super awesome titles in just a day and a half, which is crazy. But in the meantime, smash that like button and let me know in the comments down below what you think about the stuff we're gonna talk about here, and if you feel like this was what you thought all along, or if it surprises you, or just, I don't know, your opinion. And guys and girls, these two stories have been running around the rumor cycle for days and days now, so it is so good to have some finality. I think that is satisfying. No matter the answer, it's good. And I'm talking about the Zelda 35th anniversary poster debacle, and I'm talking about the GameStop new Nintendo Switch trade-in debacle. All right, let's start there because that one was, oh man. Okay, so GameStop had this ad pop up. $50 extra credit when you trade select systems toward purchase of a new Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite, or Xbox Series X and S. And it's that capital N on the word new that had everyone in a tizzy today, thinking that, hey, maybe GameStop just leaked the new Nintendo Switch. It feels very Nintendo-esque to call the Switch Pro the new Nintendo Switch. Why is it labeled new? And if you look at the small fine print, it also says toward the purchase of new Nintendo Switch, and that is separate from when they're saying trade in your PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and they call out V1 or V2, and actually are given a pretty good value of $225. That seems like a lot. Now, why would you trade in your Nintendo Switch for anything but a new Nintendo Switch? And lots of people were curious about this. I got so many messages and DMs saying, oh my gosh, GameStop just leaked the next Switch console. I mean, even sites like GameRant picked it up and said, new Nintendo Switch console seemingly leaked by GameStop ahead of a potential reveal at Nintendo E3 Direct. GameStop leaks material confirming the name and existence of an upgraded Switch. And I was like, guys, look, I tweeted this early in the day, so you have proof that I was always on team I said, guys, this is not new Nintendo Switch. This is new as in the opposite of used, okay? This is what they say a lot. They're not grammar kings and queens over there. They said with purchase of any new Nintendo Switch, and they just use that to draw your attention to the fact that it is a brand new system, okay? So this is not your new Nintendo Switch or Switch Pro. This is just a brand new unit. And I understand it is kind of confusing. It does look, based on all the things that have been swirling, like maybe GameStop was in on this, especially because we know they had a special two-day event, or they have a special two-day event on Tuesday and Wednesday where they need double staff. What is that for? Okay, and we also have more information on that. But before we get to that, I want to show you that Forbes, if you don't trust me, trust Forbes. Essentially, this ad copy is all over the place and confusing, but fundamentally, no, it does not represent a new Nintendo Switch console. I was told a number of stores were getting in new shipments of current Nintendo Switches this Tuesday, hence the promotion, and this does not have to do with a new model coming. And Forbes, pretty dang reputable, they talked to individual stores, and that was the response that they got. And it makes sense because we did believe that part of this GameStop two-day hurrah was a bunch of next-gen consoles, PS5s and Xbox Series X. It also looks like Nintendo Switch, and I have seen and heard from other GameStop stores that they are being told to hold their Switch stock till this week because they expect an onslaught of customers to come in and pre-order games and pick up the system. Now that bodes very well for the Direct, which is really what matters most. The awesome games that we are about to hopefully get for the rest of 2021. GameStop is expecting a lot of foot traffic, which bodes well. And I think we kind of knew that, right? We know that Nintendo has a big show plan, and we're excited. But it surely looks like the Switch Pro is not a part of it, and that this flyer is just kind of a big misunderstanding. I get it, it's exciting, but yeah, I knew it, and now you know it as well. It is not for the new Nintendo Switch, and dear goodness gracious, hopefully they come up with a better name. All right, let's move to Zelda and those mysterious 35th anniversary posters that popped up last week. They looked a bit like this. GameStops were getting them, people were sending them to me, and we did not know what they were for. Is it for some special event? Is it for Breath of the Wild? It surely isn't the Skyward Sword poster, and there's an emphasis on games that have been in the rumor mill as of late. Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time. Maybe this is for a Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary Collection, a new game on Nintendo Switch. We do not know. It turns out that it really looks like it's just for a promotion. So this is the receive a free two-sided poster when you spend $30 or more on the Legend of Zelda products or trade toward a Nintendo Switch system poster. And it has been activated as of today. And people have begun picking up this poster. When you go buy $30 or more, that could be games, it could be toys, it could be clothes. And maybe there is something waiting in the wings for Zelda. Perhaps there still is a collection. This does not deconfirm Wind Waker and Twilight Princess coming to the console, but it does show that this GameStop event, all of this GameStop stuff, is probably mundane. It probably is par for the course to prep for a big week of spending, considering E3 has a lot of new games and brings a lot of attention, hype, and enthusiasm to the gaming sector. Again, these posters could be tied to Zelda's 35th anniversary, and I'm sure that they are in some way. Nintendo definitely has more plans than just Skyward Sword HD, but right now, here for Tuesday, with this GameStop event, I think we now can tie a bow on this and say that the posters are just for a Zelda pickup. And if there's a new game you think it would be, spend $80 or something. You're not getting a new Zelda game for $30. This clearly is trying to push other Zelda merch while you're buying something else, or while you're picking up a Switch, or while you're pre-ordering a future game. And I think we can tie a bow on the Switch Pro being pre-ordered at GameStop this week, because their documentation for the week of June 13th indicates that you can trade towards a new Nintendo Switch. Not a new Nintendo Switch, you get my drift. So I am glad that we have this stuff figured out, because now we enter the week of the Nintendo Direct with a clean slate, okay? It feels like we have tied up so many loose ends. We basically know why the leakers had misunderstood information about third-party games. We basically now know what GameStop has been up to. We basically have all of these things in a row now, can let them go and just enjoy what Nintendo has to offer, all right? Like I said, don't shoot the messenger. I know some people are sick of Switch Pro, but I really wanted to get this out to you so you were aware, so you would know exactly what's going on, so you wouldn't be misled by any other things you see pop up, so you wouldn't be confused, and so you wouldn't have crazy expectations. It seems like Nintendo Show is going to be great, but it's just not tied to any of this GameStop stuff, and it's probably not tied to Switch Pro. Barring some Nintendo miracle, I think that system is being saved for later in the year, maybe later in the summer, perhaps even beyond that. We'll have to wait and see. No more need for speculation, because it's all about to go down. I cannot wait to share it with you. On Tuesday, we'll be streaming extra awesome and early, covering the full show, the Treehouse, and more. I am excited, and I hope you guys and girls are as well. So smash that like button. Let me know what you think. If you feel relieved like me, let me know in the comments down below. Have a great night. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.